but there will be other statues, sages, winters, snows, boys.
This is the Columbia Writers Guild Open Mic Night.
Excellent. Very good.
It consists of poets, published, unpublished, or pursuing the spoken word as a hobby. The group is welcoming to poets of all experience levels and meets the first Sunday each month to share their work and support each other. Barbara Leonard, the coordinator for these open mic nights, shares the significance of poetry as a form of expression.
The words we use every day, the words we say to each other, the words we write have life. When people read their work, poetry, fiction, whatever, those words have an effect on people. People come and tell me, oh, I really like your poems, I understand what you're saying, and they give me feedback.
The Writers Guild has adapted to COVID-19 safety protocols by meeting via Zoom and sharing their work online. But for poets like Barbara Leonard, the writing process still looks the same. All she needs is her computer, tablet, and some inspiration. The open mic night isn't the only place for Columbia poets to share their work. At Hickman High School, senior Sophia Domenico is the captain of the Poetry Slam Club, where students write, practice, and perform a poetry style known as slam poetry.
Slam poetry, it's a special type of poetry. It's just spoken word, and so that requires certain things like rhythm. It's a newer movement of poetry, and so it almost feels more inviting to younger people, and it gives them a great way to express their creativity.
Because slam poems are often personal and touch on sensitive topics, Domenico says it's important to have a way for students to share their stories in a welcoming environment.
I know some kids don't necessarily feel like sharing parts of themselves in other spaces, but slam poems are a very safe space. So it allowed them to express those parts of themselves that they might feel shy about.
As an individual, MU freshman Taylor Gilmore has found that poetry is an important form of self-expression.
Because I feel like when you write, you have to be conscious of what you're writing. When it comes to, that's just me personally. And I feel like as I was writing, I was starting to learn a little bit more about myself, what interests me, what stands out to me.
Gilmore completed a poetry internship this summer to further her poetry skills at the Midwest Creative Writing Center.
We got our poems published in a book.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, so my name's on the back. But and we actually designed the cover. They put it together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called the Atlas, and this is the Atlas 16 because it's been here for 16. This is the 16th edition. And actually, one of the interns painted this picture and they blew it up and made it on the cover.
Poetry is a boundless form of self-expression that can evoke an emotional response to help or express oneself. It is so much more than rhythmic lines. It's therapeutic, it's innovative, it's generational.
So my mom, she was diagnosed with breast cancer over the summer. So I feel like that one of my pieces were based on her, because sometimes we all go through something, and so writing it out helps with that. And so it's you're kind of getting you get to express your feelings while also doing something you love.